KLW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Welcome back to Casselton. A beautiful day as the sun shines through, and NDSCS with a golden opportunity for a sweep. They take game one against Dakota College at Bottineau. 10-7, 8 unanswered runs, 5 scoreless innings of relief from Carter Maggio, the Casselton product. Tori Ulick with 3 steals, Ben Klaus and Mason Almaris with a couple clutch hits in late innings, and the Cats storm back for their second Mon-Dak win of the season. 4 games this weekend against Dakota College at Bottineau. 2 today, 2 tomorrow. So a chance for NDSCS to get all the way up to 5 wins potentially in conference. What a game it was in the opening stanza of the afternoon. Just 7 strikeouts between the two teams, 4 errors. Very well-played game. Both teams battled to the end with 2-strike counts. And it was just what a baseball fan likes to see, those teams up there battling. Then the teams at the bottom not giving up. A lot of fight, leaning on each other, and a 10-7 dogfight. NDSCS comes out with the victory. So we're getting ready to start this one off here. We'll go over the Wildcat lineup in the field. We'll go over the batting order at the same time. Tori Ulick will lead off. He wears number 4, plays center. Mason Almaris, he's playing right. Ben Klaus at short. Skylar Fields, DH. Ryan Lave in the 5 spot. Griffin Albright batting 6th. Dawson Crow batting 7th. Max Heen 8th. Stanley Blasky 9th. And your pitcher today is Hudson Versteg. He's on the bump, ready to go. As we get this show on the road, B92.7. First pitch, game 2, is on the outside corner from the lefty, Versteg. Reggie Jackson with the weather report up here says it's 51, and we are finally in the sun, which is going to really improve the video quality on KBMW News Live YouTube. Head over there, get the full experience from Casselton. 1-1 count here, Versteg. Lefty delivers over the top, missed somewhere, it's 2-1. Versteg, strong-looking pitcher, stands tall here, lefty, working out of the windup. Bell-tie leg kick. He delivers, and that's going to hit the batter right on the Evo shield, or they're going to call it a foul ball. They're actually going to discuss it here. It sounded like the elbow shield to me, but there's going to be a conversation whether or not that was the knob of the bat. And those Evo shields, we saw Wahpeton Post 20 take advantage of that. Caden Kappas was hit by pitch over 30 times in one Legion season, because the rule is you don't got to get out of the way of the baseball. You just can't lean into it intentionally. So they just stand there and wear that bionic Evo shield and wear it. They get a runner on base. Man on first base for DCB is Caden Say in the leadoff spot for the second straight game, and another ball just misses here for Versteg. Lefty with a quick slide step home. Crow takes a look behind the runner, but he'll hang on to it. And that is a very quick move to home after DCB swiped 3 bases in the first 2 innings of Game 1 to take a lead. It's going to be tough sledding tonight against the lefty. And that one misses way inside. It's 2-0. Versteg wearing number 32. Runner with a very modest lead at first base. He'll go home again. A pretty good pitch, inside corner about belt high, but it's just off the plate, and the opening 2 runners are on. Shades of the first game here. You'd like to see NDSCS get off to a better start, but they have played well from behind in the past, so no time to hit the panic button after winning the first game. That'll bring up your resident home run hitter, Dalton Van Gordon. Van Gordon takes a look at one in the dirt. It's 1-0. Van Gordon brought the fireworks early on in Game 1, a first-inning blast over the right field fence that was well out of the park. Went quiet for the rest of the game. The 1-0. Van Gordon gives him a haircut just above the helmet. It's 2-0. A little bit of control issues here on the mound early, and that's what we saw in Game 1 as well before Carter Maggio came in and just dazzled on the bump. 2-0 on the way. Perfect pitch, inner half, A little bit of extra zip on that one, too. Just let it fly. It's 2-1. Versteeg comes set, towing the third base side of the rubber. Opposite field slap. It's short, and we're going to have a diving attempt. It's going to be knocked down off the bounce for a single. And that one, a late break from the NDSCS left fielder, which is Max Heen in this game. I'm not sure if he just didn't see it. Very light cloud cover, bright sky in the game, too. They're going to have to adjust after they had to kind of the nice eye with the gray sky in game 1 to pick up that white baseball. And that one drops in for a Texas leaguer. Bases are juiced. Nobody down. That one fouled off for strike 1. Corners playing in for the Wildcats, hoping for a home-and-1 situation. And interesting here, Versteeg is going to work out of the windup with the bases juiced. That one hit to second base. Double play opportunity up the middle. Little trouble on the exchange, and it's going to lead to a fielder's choice. So a bit of trouble getting that one out of the glove for the second baseman, Griffin Albright. Throw a bit late to first. Lumberjacks strike first once again. 1-0 DCB in game 2 of this doubleheader. But the Cats finally grab an out. And that brings up Dominic Holmstrup. He'll be doing the catching duties in this one. Ball low and inside. And it was interesting with the bases loaded there. Versteeg working out of the windup. There really was no secondary lead by the runner at third. So a conservative approach on the bases all around against the lefty so far for the Jacks. 1-0, they do go from first. Strike on the inside corner. Throw is on the money, and he gets him. Beautiful throw by Dawson Crow. He just let the turf do the work, skipped it up to the shortstop Klaus, and he slaps the tag on. He had to reach to the backhand side and bring it back. But an all-around good play, some glove work by the Cats. 2 down, runner on third. And that's really what you instruct the catchers to do on this turf if they can. The ball's going to travel faster sometimes on one hop than it is in the air. Swing and a miss over the top of that fastball. 1-2 count. So a chance to get out of this inning. I believe the count is 1-2. Chance to get out of this inning unscathed here for Versteeg. 1-2 from the big lefty. Over the top delivery, fouled off onto the softball diamond. In the first game, NDSCS was really unable to strand runners in these situations, so this would be huge. Bases were juiced with nobody down. Versteeg out of the windup. Ground ball to short. Backhand down to a knee. Throw to first in the dirt. Beautiful pick. And that has been a theme today. The first baseman on both squads getting it done. So NDSCS gets out of the inning with a ground ball to shortstop. That play was made by Ben Klaus, throwing it over to Ryan Lave across the diamond. DCB scrapes across 1 run, but the Cats, they throw a runner out at second, strand a runner on third, and they're going to get back to business in the box in about 60 seconds on B92.7 FM.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions or call 218-643-8721.
Heading to the bottom of the first inning, NDSCS avoids disaster. Bases were loaded, nobody out. but Dawson Crow fires a missile down to second base to catch a runner stealing, and NDSCS able to get out of the inning after allowing just one run on one hit. Beautiful day here in Casselton. Too bad the game can't be played in Wahpeton, but you couldn't ask for a better alternative here. And they got the brand new red squirrel painted out in center field on this turf diamond. This was home of the East Region Tournament 2 seasons ago when Wahpeton advanced to state, and that's when we made the Boys of Summer documentary. You find that on YouTube. Just approached 20,000 views. And later on this month, we'll be releasing the JUCO Product documentary covering NDSCS football 9-2 MCAC championship season. Just had Marcelo Sanchez in this morning, the final interview for that documentary. Stay tuned for that. JUCO Product, NDSCS football. But right now it's NDSCS baseball on tap, and it is Wahpeton Post 20 state champion Tori Ulick trying to create more chaos at the top of the order. First pitch to Ulick is upstairs. Tough to get this guy to chase as he'll work ahead in the count. Pitching in game 2 for DCB, Grady Davis. 1-0 to Ulick off the plate. The catcher tries to reel it back in, but it's 2-0. Tough to get a call when you're pulling it back like that. You know, you'd much rather see your catcher just tilt the angle of the glove. And that one goes down as a ball. 2-0 on the way to Ulick. Takes a hack at that one. Inside out swing into no man's land. Shortstop's racing over behind third. Makes a nice ranging catch. Looked like it might be a good luck single for Ulick, but instead, Caden Wilcox, who flashed the leather in game 1, does it again for the first out. That brings up Mason Almaris, Mr. Clutch, in game 1 with a late inning hit to center. After his average dipped from the mid-400s to 333, he's able to pump it right back up to start the day. First pitch of the AB to Almaris brushes him off the plate for a ball. Almaris, an outfielder on this squad. Batting exclusively, out of the 2-hole. Misses just off the plate again. And Almaris not terribly close to the plate, so if he gets another one on the inside corner, he might be able to turn on it here. 2-0 count. That one misses just off the plate as well, so a steady diet of inside heat. Almaris able to lay off. 3-0. Probably going to get the red light here. The 3-0 to Almaris misses downstairs. A 4-pitch walk for Mason as he goes down to first base, and that will bring up Ben Klaus, who also had a clutch hit in the 6th inning as NDSCS jumped ahead. Bottom 1 here in Casselton. Game 2 of the doubleheader against DCB for NDSCS. 10-7 victory in the first one. They trail 1-0 early on. Almaris with a decent lead at first. 12 of 14 on stolen base attempts this year. They'll throw over. He gets back. And the speed drops off considerably after Ulick and Almaris. Nobody else with double-digit steals. We'll see if Almaris can swipe his first one this afternoon. He stays put. This time the fastball does clip the inside corner. 0-1. 4 of the last 5 pitches have been fastballs on the inner half. Another quick pick to first, and Almaris is back. That time Grady Davis looked like he was going to come set, changed his mind, tried to catch Almaris off guard, but he's not sleeping. Oh and 1. Big hack over the top of that pitch. Looked like it had a little bit of dip and dive on it. It's 0-2. Klaus was probably seeing a beach ball there, but the baseball just dropped off on him. He's going to have to fight to keep this AB alive. Klaus stands in the back of the batter's box. Almaris on first base. Davis delivers. Klaus spits on the inside fastball. And again, that pitch just has not been there to open this ball game. Grady Davis, the right-hander, toes the first base side of the rubber, comes set. Takes a look at first. Taking his sweet time, he'll fire home. That one a curveball. Doesn't quite make its way back to the zone. Count is even at 2. And Davis just content with living on that inner half of the plate. No luck so far. Another pick off to first base. Almaris back head first safely. Almaris finished his freshman campaign last year batting above 400. Right around that mark now after a couple hits in the first game. Big lead for Almaris at first. He's leaning, and he'll go. Hit and run. Draws the shortstop towards second. Textbook play, and Almaris gets to second base on the hit and run. Klaus sneaks a single through the 5.5 hole. Shortstop had to make a move to second, anticipating a throw, and Klaus just hit a ground ball through the hole. Runners on first and second, one down. And that brings up the RBI man, Skylar Fields. And NDSCS with a little bit of a home field advantage today. They got walk-up songs. Keeping them nice and loose in the batter's box, and Fields looking to take advantage of 2 ducks on the pond here. Tie this ball game up potentially. Delivery from Davis. Fields takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. Catches him a little bit off guard there after Davis has been pumping fastballs to start off the rest of the hitters. Oh, 1 to Fields. Davis fires. That one in the dirt. A nice job by blocking that. And you get a lot of true hops here on this turf, so catchers don't have to work quite as hard as they do on the agri-lime when you have all those rocks kicking the baseball around. But nonetheless, a nice play there by Dominic Holmstrup. 1-1. Fields at the plate. Fastball inner half. Nothing he can do with that one. It's a strike. Perfect placement by Davis. The high fastball, you can really get the bat head out and do some damage. The low fastball, a lot more difficult for these hitters. 1-2 to Fields. Off speed, inside, swing and a miss. Pass ball. And the runner, the first base was occupied, so the runners will advance, but Fields unable to get down the line as he's automatically out on the swing and a miss. So 2 down, runners on second and third. And Ryan Lave has a chance. A single could score 2 here. Cats trail by 1 in the bottom of the first inning. Davis taking his time, getting the signs. Lave in the right-hander batter's box. Another first pitch off speed from Davis. That one breaks right down the middle for a strike. A 1 to Lave. Lave gets a piece of it right back into the catcher's mask. He's no worse for wear, fires the ball back, and Lave will have an 0-2 count here with 2 down. Lave crowding the plate here with 2 strikes. Shortstop working behind the runner, and he's got to be careful. Davis steps off. One of those situations where he kind of just toying with the pitcher, hoping he makes a little twitch, gets called for a balk, but Davis alertly steps off the mound. And that's going to be in the dirt 1-2. So Klaus, the runner on second base, taking a monumental lead about halfway to third, and they're trying to get Bottineau to bite and step off the mound and get into a pickle with 2 runners on. They are absolutely baiting them to throw this ball. Davis, he's got to focus on the batter with 2 strikes. Shortstop leaving that hole wide open. Instead, it goes to the right side through the hole, and that's going to be a single for Lave, and it gets by the right fielder. Here comes Lave into second base. Let's see if he goes for 3. Lave rounds. He falls down. The throw comes behind him, but he dives back into second. Ryan Lave goes with the pitch. 2 RBIs. Cats take the lead. 2-1. Bottom 1.
Batting 6 for the Wildcats. Second baseman number 23, Griffin.
Lave had a wide open hole on the left side with the shortstop begging his pitcher to throw behind the runner at second, but he didn't need it. He goes to the right side, delivers 2 runs, and the Cats clap back 2-1. Griffin Albright to the plate. Strike, and that first pitch off speed has been a get-me-over ball, and if NDSCS wants to sit on that, they could send it a long ways because he's been throwing it right dead center. 0-1. Another off-speed pitch. This time it misses inner half. And that inner half has basically been taken out of play early on for Davis. One runner on second base. Albright at the dish. Pitch is on the way. Albright with a check swing. Again misses inner half. 2-1 count as it flips into Albright's favor. With one runner in scoring position, Cats trying to push across another with 2 down in the bottom of the first. Albright taking a long look into his catcher. He'll come set in the stretch. A little bit of a rock, and he'll throw. Off-speed pitch right under his glove, back up the middle. That's a single, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Probably a good idea as he stumbles a bit. Center fielder fires it in, and the Cats have got the bats rolling. Picking up right where they left off in game 1. Runners on the corners, 2 down.
For the Wildcats, the catcher, number 16, Dawson Crow.
And here comes Dawson Crow. We'll see if he can parlay some confidence from throwing that runner out on defense and get it done at the plate here. First and third situation, Davis in trouble. He's given up 3 hits here in the opening frame. Catcher setting up on the outer half. Bell tie down the middle, and Crow just misses it and fouls it off. Love to see the aggressiveness. 2 down, runner 90 feet away from home plate. If you get the pitch you want on the first pitch, don't waste it. Crow takes a hack. Davis comes set. He'll fire. Breaking ball gets Crow frozen up and breaks across. Looked like he started his hands. Saw that spin. Just let it go by him for a strike. 0-2 coming up to Dawson Crow. Way out front of the curveball. That's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. So Davis gets out of the inning, but the damage is done. 2 runs on 3 hits, an error in the outfield as well by Bottineau. And it's a 2-1 Wildcat lead through 1 inning. We'll be back with the top of the second. This is game 2 of a Mon-Dak Conference doubleheader. NDSCS took game 1 10-7, looking to make it an afternoon sweep at Casselton.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721.
A slow start at the plate for NDSCS has given way to some fireworks here as they have reeled off 10 runs in the last 6 innings of this doubleheader. They'll take a 2-1 lead into the second frame against Bottineau. I'm Robert Wanek on B92.7, streaming this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube, and hope to be back at John Randall Field on the 19th for a Wildcat home doubleheader. Versteeg back on the bump after allowing a run on a hit and an error to start this ball game. And he'll find the outside corner with a fastball. Versteeg stares over the top of the glove. He'll deliver very traditional catapult-style delivery straight forward over the top. And he's got an 0-2 count. 0-2. Just misses upstairs. 1-2. Pretty good chase pitch there by Versteg, but he can't get an offering. He'll try again. Aiden Lassen at the dish. That pitch catches the outside corner, and it catches Lassen looking. First out of the inning comes by way of K.
Batting seventh for the Lumberjacks, designated hitter number 20, Ingerman Moreno.
That brings up the number 7 spot, your DH, Moreno. Good chance this inning for Versteg to get through the bottom of the order. And his first pitch again hits the outside, and those last 2 fastballs have been all over the black. About as far out as you can throw them and still get a strike call. Excellent location. 0-1 on the way. Just misses down and out. 1-1. Could not ask for a better atmosphere here for Game 2. It is wonderful weather, a decent crowd here, and the Wildcats have a 1-run lead. 1-1 on the way. That one slowly hit towards third, charging. Nice play to first base, plenty of time. Belaski with a great break on the ball, not excellent speed out of the box from Moreno. Belaski able to gun him down for the second out of the inning.
Batting eighth for the Lumberjacks, third baseman number 28, Aiden Ramirez.
That'll bring up Ramirez in the 8th spot. Quick work here from Verstegen. Strike right down the pipe, 0-1. You like to see the confidence, bottom of the order, going right at the hitters, not messing around as he gets a check swing, strike 2. And Ramirez moves all the way to the back of the batter's box, anticipating a fastball. He'll get one, but it's way off the plate. 1-2. Verstegen with a chance to end the inning on his own accord, up in the count. Here comes the 1-2. That one flared to the right center gap. A decent break by the outfielder. He's all over it. And a very quick inning for Versteg. Hudson Versteg gets it done. He's got a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning after a catch by the right fielder, Mason Almaris, who was all over that baseball. Wildcats taking on DCB. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Cats steal the first one 10-7 in comeback fashion. You can watch that one on KBMW News Live YouTube right after this one's done. We'll be back in 60 seconds on B92.7.
Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career, Comdell Innovation is here. Comdell is looking to hire machinists and tool fabrication technicians. Head to ComdellInnovation.com and click Job Opportunities to apply. That's Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, wishing the best of luck to students and coaches in tonight's game.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. And Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back to B92.7, where the B stands for baseball. A Saturday afternoon matinee doubleheader in the college ranks. NJCAA showdown between Mon-Dak conference rivals Dakota College at Bottineau and your hometown NDSCS Wildcats. NDSCS takes the opener 10-7. They'll take a 2-1 lead in Game 2 as they step to the plate in the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off for the Cats, it's Max Heen. A bunt single on the ledger from Game 1, and he's going to square to bunt again. He'll pull it back and take a strike on the other half. Bottineau's third baseman all over that one as Ramirez is playing a couple steps up on the grass and shading towards shortstop. Interesting to see him shade so far towards short, because if Heen can put a bunt down the line here, Ramirez has no chance at getting to the baseball. He's about 15 feet off the bag at third As the 1-1 comes to Heen, he'll roll it over to the second baseman. Easy play to start the inning. One down on 3 pitches for Davis. So he looks to get back into a groove after coughing up a pair of runs to start this one. That'll bring up Stanley Belaski. Belaski will roll the order over here. Tori Ulick will get the Cats back to the top of the lineup after this AB. First pitch to Belaski in that Bermuda triangle that is the inner half of the plate as it just misses for ball 1. One 0 to Belaski. Takes that one, some sweet chin music upstairs. It's 2-0. Belaski, part of that Kindred State runner-up basketball team the last 2 years, also part of the Kindred State runner-up Legion baseball team the last 2 years. That one's a curveball that nearly hits Belaski. It's 3-0. Kind of one of those instances where instead of swiping the curveball down like a credit card, Davis rolled his hand over and couldn't get the break. He faces a 3-0 count, fires a fastball for strike 1. Belaski, hitter's count here. See if he can get something he can handle. 3-1 to Stanley Belaski. Tomahawk swing over the top of a fastball down the center. It's 3-2. So Davis battling back from a 3-0 count. Who will win this battle? Davis comes set. Belt high leg kick, he'll fire, misses. Inside corner again. It's a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Tori Ulick. Ulick 0 for 1 in this ball game. Seeing that average hover around 500 for the second straight season. Up to 29 steals after he swiped 3 bags in the opener today. Ulick stands in the lefty batter's box. Belaski decent speed at first. First pitch is in the dirt to Ulick, and they've been very careful with him today. 2 walks, a hit by pitch. We're going to get a quick mound visit here. We'll take a 30 on B92.7 FM. NDSCS leading 2-1 in the second half of this Mon-Dak doubleheader against Bottineau on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Davis gets a quick pep talk on the mound, and Ulick digs back into the box with a 1-0 count. The NDSCS leader in average steals and runs scored has a runner on first with 1 down. Ulick takes a pitch down the middle. We'll have a throw down to second base. It's in plenty of time. They missed the tag, and the play is still live, is it not? So a late call on the out. A little bit of confusion there as the umpire did not make a call. And the runner overslid second base. He did a little swim move, so it looked like they might have missed the tag, but apparently not, because as he got up and started scampering around, we got a late call. He is out at second base. So that empties the base paths. Ulick has a 1-1 count. Ulick again, an inside-out swing. It's foul. His first AB, he nearly dropped a single behind third base if it wasn't for the ultra-talented shortstop Wilcox getting a good break on it. He flares that one over to the Bottineau dugout. It's 1-2. 3 hits already for the Cats. Bottom of the second inning, 2 down. As Ulick takes that one inside, 2-2. Very tough batter to strike out. And if he puts something soft in play, a very tough batter to throw out. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. Pitch on the way to Ulick. Again, flares that to the opposite field. Not really his forte. But the last 3 balls he's made contact with have went to the left side. So Ulick not making life easy on Davis here. We'll run the 2-2 back. Davis comes set. Delivery. And Ulick takes one just inches off the outer half. Talk about plate vision for Torrey Ulick. I don't know how you take that one with 2 strikes, but he knew it was a ball, and he's got a full count. Three-two to Ulick, and that one misses. Maybe not by inches, maybe by 1 inch. But at any rate, it is ball 4, and Torrey Ulick, the on-base machine, is on first. And if Almaris can see a couple pitches here, Ulick could get all the way to third on his own. 29 for 30 in stolen base attempts this year among the national leaders. 2 down, Almaris trying to spark a rally. They'll throw behind Ulick. He gets back. Ulick with a real next-level toolkit. He's got the glove. He's got the speed, plate vision, a little bit of pop in his bat. He's a lefty, and he goes for the steal at second, gets an excellent break, and he's in there in plenty of time. His 4th stolen base of the afternoon. Ulick, a multi-tool player. It'll be interesting to see what kind of looks he gets from the next level. And NDSCS certainly happy that he returned for a sophomore season, and he's already proven that he can duplicate and improve on his production. Moves himself into scoring position. 1-0 count to Almaris. Curveball with no curve upstairs. 2-0. Dangerous count here for Davis, dealing with Almaris, the number 2 hitter in this NDSCS lineup. Ulick with the decent lead at second base. Shortstop will bluff behind him. Ulick a couple steps back. He'll get right back off the bag, and that one nearly hits Almaris. And that's one thing that plays a role in these games is pitchers, they got to account for Torrey Ulick. So whether or not you're throwing over there, you're thinking about it, and that takes your mind off the batter. Count is 2-1 to Mason Almaris. Ulick extends his lead even farther here as the shortstop sneaks in behind him. Davis giving him a long look. Davis still looking, and he'll do a little spin throw. Ulick able to get back standing. It's 2-1. And at some point, you got to figure you're just better off bearing down on the batter. As Ulick potentially gears up to steal third here with 2 outs. He'll stay put. Almaris flares it foul down the right field line. So 2-2 to Mason Almaris. And as the dugout just shouted, base hit scores. Doesn't really matter where it's at. Ulick's coming in to score on a base hit. We'll see if Almaris can put some lumber on it. 2-2, 2 outs. Second inning. Cats up by 1. Almaris takes a sweeper in the other batter's box, 3-2. And Almaris' walk isn't exactly what you want here. He's your second best hitter, so we'll see if Davis gives him something that he can handle. He will. Almaris will flare it out to right field. Trailing towards the line. Diving catch is made in right field. A little bit of a late break, but the Jacks get another highlight reel defensive play to hang their hat on. That ends the scoring threat. Beautiful catch in right field by Plett is going to end the inning. Wildcats lead 2-1 after 2. We'll be back in 60 seconds on B92.7. Mon-Dak Conference Baseball, first live stream of the year on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721.
Versteg back on the bump. He'll face Holmstrup. He'll fire a fastball on the inner half, and that one had some good movement left to right. A little bit of run on his four-seamer for strike one. Same offering, little tapper back to Versteg. Casual throw to first. 2 pitches, 1 down. Versteg really impressive so far for NDSCS. 31 pitches, 19 strikes. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 K, 1 run. If you're just tuning in, it's 2-1 NDSCS leading Bottineau. As we start the top of the third, 1 down and now 1 strike to the second batter for Versteg. In the box for Bottineau, it's Lassen, the second baseman, as he takes a ball. One on the way. It's upstairs. 2-1. On the way. That one right down Broadway. 2-2. Versteg will rear back and look for his second K of the ball game. That one hit a long ways to right field, and that one is long gone. See you later. The second bomb of the day for the Jacks. As Caden Say jacks one over the right field fence. Not the biggest batter you'll see step into the box, but the lefty got out in front and just cranked that one. That's the power alley here in Casselton, the right field fence. So they get a bomb from their leadoff man, and they extend the lead. They tie the game at 2 runs apiece. Big celebration with his teammates, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Caden Wilcox. That one is hit out to center field. Tori Ulick's just got to stand and watch it go into the glove. 2 down.
First baseman
Dalton Van Gordon, who has the other home run under his belt today, steps up with nobody on and 2 outs. Versteg hoping to limit the damage to a solo shot. Just misses outside. It's 1-0. Again, just 5 hits for these teams, but they've manufactured 4 combined runs as Versteg misses just below the knees. Versteg a little frustrated after starting this count out 2-0. And he does find the black there. His outside fastball has been excellent as far as location. We'll see if he goes back to the bread and butter. 2-1, and he does. Clips the corner once again. Evens the count at 2-2. And there's not much a lefty can do with that, especially a pull power hitter like the one at the dish. Van Gordon readies for the 2-2. Hangs on to that one a little too long. Versteg skips it outside, 3-2. Versteg trying to bear down and get through the cleanup hitter and end this inning. Full count, delivery. Overthrows that one as well. And it's a 6-pitch walk. That'll bring up Joe Plett. First pitch to Plett high. Looked like Crow was trying to do a snap throw and just couldn't get it out of his glove. I'm not quite sure why, as Van Gordon has about a 6-inch lead at first. 1-0. Plett at the plate. 2 down. Another high fastball, 2-0. NDSCS, who's gotten a lot of innings out of their pitchers, their starters, I should say, this year, had to get 5 innings of long relief from Carter Maggio in the first game, and Versteg trying to avoid that situation and get out of this inning. 2-1 as he fires a fastball outer half. Misses outside, it's 3-1. Versteg running into a logjam here. Solo home run, got the next batter to fly out to Ulick in center, and then he walked Van Gordon. That one hit hard to right, down the line. It will be close, and that one is another home run. Just wrapped around the inside of the foul pole, and it's a barrel party for the Jacks in Game 2. Home run for Plett. So Plett takes Van Gordon's cleanup spot in the order in Game 2 and has the same thing happen to him. He says, anything you can do, I can do better. He hits a bomb. It is now 4-2 DCB. So a pair of homers, but you're still only down by 2 runs with 2 outs early in the ball game. Not that dire of a situation for NDSCS, but they will talk it over with their lefty starter Versteg, and they'll keep him out there on the mound and let him work through it. Jack Junker showing some trust in his big lefty, saying, come on, 18-wheeler, get me out of this inning. Top 3, 2 down, fresh start here for Versteg as the bases are empty after a 2-run shot from Plett. That'll bring up Holmstrup. He swings at an outside fastball. Not enough inches on that bat to reach it. It's 0-1. One on the way. Same thing. Just can't quite get out to that fastball. It's 0-2. Both of those look to be off the plate. Versteg. Another outside fastball. That one just does tip off the end cap. 0-2. Three straight fastballs. We'll see if he goes to some junk here or if he's going to stick with the heater. 0-2, another fastball straight back into the net. Foul ball. And the Wildcats will be forced to play from behind again. We'll see if we can get some comeback magic this afternoon in Casselton. 0-2 on the way. Inside, off speed. Gets them all mixed up, and Versteg responds after the home run. Gets a quick mound visit. Buckles down for a K. 3 hits apiece. DCB takes a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. They have hit 3 home runs today, but they haven't manufactured a whole ton of runs off them, and NDSCS is still right in this thing as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the NDSCS will be back at it tomorrow, folks, by the way. A little bit earlier first pitch. It's going to be at noon. Another doubleheader in Mon-Dak Conference play against the Jacks. And as I said earlier, hopefully on the 19th, we're back to Wildcat home baseball at John Randall. When we come back, it's the bottom of the 3rd. Wildcats trail 4-2 to Bottineau on B92.7.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions or call 218-643-8721.
NDSCS leads off the bottom of the third in the heart of the order with the number 3 man Ben Klaus at the plate. Klaus swings at the first pitch, fouls it high and out of play. Klaus with a little bit of pop. He hit a home run last year at JR. See if he can spark NDSCS with an extra base hit in game 2. 0-1 on the way to Klaus. Off-speed pitch that doesn't get enough downward break. 1-1. On the way to Klaus. Tomahawk swing over the top of that baseball. So hard to square up those high fastballs. And he's down to the count 1-2. Klaus looking to stay alive to start this inning. The righty takes the 1-2. An off-speed pitch gets him looking silly on that one. Swing and a miss, drop third strike. They'll throw down to first for the out. Couple high fastballs. They go to the low sweeper. Klaus drops down to a knee. Swing and a miss for the K. Davis, 2 1/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 2 earned. As the Jacks have staked him a 4-2 lead. That brings up Skylar Fields. Another nice pitch. That one more of a traditional 12-6 curveball for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way to Fields. And that one, more of the sweep variety again. So he goes straight up down with an off speed on pitch number 1, and then he breaks across the whole zone for strike number 2. And Davis, he's got the grip down. He's feeling it right now, trying to make it back-to-back Ks. That one with a bit too much break. It skips off the top of the plate. It's 1-2. One down, Fields at the plate. Lave on deck, Albright in the hole. High chatter misses way up in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis pulls the string and tries to get a chase. Fields able to lay off. 2-2 to Fields. Flares that one foul over the Cats' dugout. Really, really good ABs today from both teams. Lots of foul balls extending the ABs. Just great baseball so far this afternoon. 2-2. Fields takes that one in on the hands. Count is full. So Fields looked like he was dead in the water after a pair of off-speed pitches. Dug him an 0-2 hole. He's battled all the way back. Hits that one to right field. Right fielder racing back to the fence. And he's going to make a catch and run right into the chain link fence. He'll hang on as the Bottineau defense, they continue to impress. I know they had 4 errors in the first game, but didn't seem like it with the razzle-dazzle display they put on, and that was another beautiful catch trailing back into the fence for the second out of the inning. Nobody out there to tell him how much room he has either, so he was all on his own. Catch made in right field by Plett. So a home run and a nice catch. Right field is definitely his stomping ground. Cats down to their final out here in the third inning. Trailing 4-2. That one chopped to short. Third baseman's going to run in front and cut it off. Little double pump, low throw. Good enough to get the out, and the Cats go quietly in the third inning. Bottineau 4, NDSCS 2 through 3. We'll be back from Casselton in about 60 seconds on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Versteeg back on the bump for NDSCS to begin the fourth inning. The Cats trail 4-2. Versteeg so far 54 pitches, 32 strikes. He was tagged for a pair of home runs. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 4 earned for Versteeg. That'll bring up Lassen. As the lefty delivers a pitch, and it is piped into the right center field gap. That one is going to run the fence. And a little bit of speed here into second with a stand-up double. That one only got about 10 feet off the ground and stayed that way all the way to the fence. Good piece of hitting for DCB, and they have a leadoff double from Lassen, the second baseman. That'll bring up the DH, Moreno. So some hard contact the last 2 innings off Versteeg. His first pitch is a breaker in for a strike. Moreno digs in the righty batter's box. With the runner in scoring position, his team leads 4-2. That one off the end cap into the fence, 0-2. Good spot here for Versteeg to get his confidence back. 2 Ks so far. As he delivers the 0-2. Gets Moreno leaning over the plate, but he's able to throw the bat at it and foul it off. And Versteeg digs right back in. He says, "Give me the ball. I'm finally in a rhythm." He gets the sign, nods and fires. Nice break on that one, a cut fastball. Beautiful two-seamer from the lefty. That had some heat on it, and it had some tail on it, and it just left the barrel for a strikeout. When Moreno took a hack at that one, he had to be seeing a beach ball, and then by the time his barrel got through the zone, the ball had moved on him. A nice two-seamer for the strikeout, first out of the inning, Versteeg. Versteeg throws another cut fastball there. It just misses the corner. (1-0). Versteeg comes set. Runner on second. He takes a couple looks. He'll fire home. Strike at the belt. 1-1. And I'd like to see Versteeg use that cutter to kind of inside out these guys. Throw it in on the righties. 1-1. Versteeg comes set. That one, it is in, but it's not in enough. Base hit to left field. Throws coming home, not in time. It's cut off, and luckily that keeps the runner at first base, so a heads-up play there to cut off the throw by Belaski, the third baseman, about midway up the line. But that's an RBI single. So Ramirez, the third baseman, gets a hold of one, drops a single into left field. It's 5-2 Bottineau. That'll bring up Sell. Takes a fastball in the outer half for strike one. Leadoff man Say is coming up next, followed by Wilcox and Von Gordon. Runner on first base as the scoreboard goes dark. 0-1 count. That one flied up just behind first base. Second baseman Albright goes over and takes care of it. Second out of the inning for NDSCS. 1 run in the first for Bottineau, 3 runs in the third, 1 so far here in the fourth. Versteeg trying to hold him to that number. As the lefty Say, coming off a home run, his last AB to right field, steps in. His feet are way back in the batter's box. And he takes back-to-back fastballs, digs himself an early 0-2 hole. One more can get Versteeg and the Cats into the dugout and back out in the batter's box, trailing by 3. Versteeg comes set. He'll fire, and he hangs on to that one about a week too long, and it flies into the backstop. 1-2. Runner advances to second base. So Versteeg looking for the strikeout pitch, just tries to do too much there, and we'll see what he goes with here. 1-2. That time he clips the corner. Beautiful location. Versteeg goes into the Greg Maddox playbook and just paints the corner, gets out of the inning, holds Bottineau to 1 run. NDSCS is right in this one. It's 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. Today's Wildcat broadcast was brought to you by American, Baymont Inn, and Travelodge by Wyndham.
All right, back in Casselton here for the bottom of the fourth inning as NDSCS trying to stake a comeback for the second straight ball game. They trailed 7-2 early on in game 1, scored 8 unanswered runs to win that one. 5 marvelous innings of long relief from Carter Maggio to get the win, and the Cats will start off the fourth with Griffin Albright. On deck, Dawson Crow. Ace in the hole is Heen. Belaski will round out the order if NDSCS can get on base here. Albright over at the Keystone on defense, hoping to get things going on offense here. First pitch grounded to shortstop. Easy play. Throw across the diamond. Out by a couple feet. 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Cats in the bottom of the fourth. They may be feeling the urgency a little bit, trailing by 3, jumping on the first pitch. That brings up Dawson Roll Tide Crow, hoping to get things going here. Crow, a big, powerful righty in this lineup. First pitch nearly hits him up and in for a ball. Crow hit by pitch twice in the first game, so he's not bailing out. And the 1-0 is outside. Crow has himself in a favorable spot. A guy who doesn't really hit for high average. This is where you want to be. 2-0. Getting something on a silver platter. So they're going to talk it over here with a mound visit on the mound for DCB. It's Davis. He's went 3 1/3 inning, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 2 earned runs. So he's worked around some traffic, and he's got a 5-2 lead to work with. We'll be back in 30 seconds on B92.7.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Davis gets a quick word from the coaching staff and his infielders, and he'll go to work here behind in the count 2-0. It's Dawson Crow at the plate for the Cats. And Crow pulls out the 9-iron and swings at a pitch down in the turf, 2-1. Speaking of the 9-iron, Boydie Sioux Golf Course now open, the only course in the United States with 9 holes in 2 separate states, Breckenridge, Minnesota, and Wapton, North Dakota. 2-1 to Dawson Crow. Curveball gets him window shopping, 2-2. So he wasn't sure what was coming at him there, almost dropped his hands, went right down the center of the plate. 2-2 on the way to Crow. Another off-speed pitch on the outside corner, and Crow can't connect. Strikeout for Davis. So a mound visit, down 2-0. Strike, strike, strike. Did the trick for Davis, and he's looking to get out of this inning quickly. Cats trail 5-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Heen at the dish. The number 8 hitter playing left field for NDSCS in this one. Heen pops that one up a mile high on the infield grass. Third baseman calling for it underneath it, and that will do it. 1 pitch, 1 out for Heen. 2 of those outs in the 4th inning came on 1 pitch, and the other one came on a 5-pitch strikeout. So 7 pitches in the 4th for Davis to get out of trouble. 5-2 Bottineau as we head into the 5th frame on B92.7 FM.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
Top 5, Versteg back out there getting a long leash from Jack Junker and the NDSCS coaching staff. As Versteg has shown some good stuff, just haunted by a pair of home runs in this one. The NDSCS pitcher and his team trail 5-2, starting the top of the 5th. And Versteg with a beautifully located fastball in the inner half that gets the batter backing up. It's a strike. He's working quickly, 0-1 on the way. That one hit to center field deep. Torrey Ulick back towards the fence, and that one is straight dead center. See you later. Third deep fly from the Jacks in this game. Hard to believe it's only 6-2 as they've hit 3 bombs, but that one was red dead center field. Can't hit it much harder than that. Home run for the Jacks. Number 13, Wilcox. So the shortstop kind of doing it all today, and the power display is on. And that might be the end of the line for Versteg, who's been really good on both sides of the plate. But when he's left those offerings over the middle, the Jacks have made him pay. 3 home runs. That ends his day early, 6-2. Jacks lead in this one in the top of the 5th inning. They've out-hit the Cats 6-3 in this one. No errors for the Cats, though. So when you're playing good defense, you can usually work your way back into the game if you just stay the course. So let's see if the pitching change can keep NDSCS in this one, then get a late inning rally going. We'll be back with your pitching change in about 60 seconds here on B92.7 FM. Just a reminder, folks, the Game 1 comeback win is available on KBMW News Live YouTube. And let's see if we're in store for another one here.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
NDSCS will hope to stay in this game. They'll dig into the bullpen with Jack Davies, former West Fargo Packer. He'll take the hill here. NDSCS got excellent relief pitching in Game 1, and they'll hope that's the formula here. They came back from 5 down in Game 1. They trail 6-2 here in the top of the 5th after a solo home run from Wilcox to straightaway center. Nobody down. Another big hitter steps into the batter's box for Bottineau. First pitch gets away from the catcher. It's ball 1. At the plate is Van Gordon. Van Gordon 1 for 1 with a run and a walk, as he's reached base both times in this second game in the matinee. Takes the second pitch, skies it up over towards third. It will drift out of play. 1-1. Righty on lefty here. As Van Gordon ready for the 1-1. Takes it just a hair outside in the right-hand batter's box. He's up in the count 2-1. NDSCS playing fairly straight up against him. And Davies' pitch skips in front of the plate. It's 3-1. The Cats picked up a game in the standings on Bottineau to start the day. They don't want to give it back here. That one fouled off. Got in on the hands a bit. He fouls it into the fence. The count is now full. So Davies kind of all over the place in this opening AB. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he strikes him out. Pinpoint accuracy, knee-high inner half. And that's how you pitch a lefty power hitter right there. Gets the first out of the inning. Davies comes in, a little bit of jitters right away, falls behind in the account, comes right back for the K. That brings up Plett, who also has a home run today. 1 for 2, 3 ribbies and a run for Plett. And the last 2 pitches have been just perfectly placed here. That one, a fastball in the inside half, lower part of the zone, 0-1. Davies fires. That one looked better than the last one, but he can't get the favor. It's 1-1. Davies also working pretty quick here, out of the stretch, split stance. Fires over the top, gets a chopper to shortstop. Here comes Klaus, plays the shortstop. He's got to go. He throws it low, and they can't make the pick at first. Probably going to go in the book as an infield hit. See what they toss up on the scoreboard. Klaus came in, and they're going to give him an error. So the first error of the game, as the throw was well low. He came in, and you kind of want to play the best hop you can get. Instead, it took a second hop right before he got to it, and that delayed the transfer. So Plett's on base with what we're going to call an infield hit up here, and that's going to bring up Holmstrup. Holmstrup on the day 0 for 2 with a K. We'll see if Davies can take him himself. 1-0 pitch is a dart on the outside, and Davies probably with the most velo that we've seen so far today from a pitcher, as he keeps these pitches on a line. His fastball starts low and stays low, and it's on a plane, so if he can keep it down, it's going to be hard to hit. So he forces a foul ball here, 1-2. Of course, in contrast, when you're throwing gas and it's straight on a line, if you leave anything up in the zone, it's going to fly. 1-2. We'll see if Davies can induce a ground ball here with a runner on first base, 1 out. Strike out looking. Put it down as a backwards K. Another well-placed fastball on the outer half from Jack Davies. Science School getting some good stuff out of the bullpen today for the second straight game. 2 down. Fastball keeps it down once again. Strike 1 looking. And that brings up Lassen. Lassen 1 for 2 with a strikeout. 0-1. Beautiful snag by the catcher, Crow. Looking more like a shortstop there. He knee slides, backhands it, throws behind the runner. Runner gets back, but he saves a bag there with a nice play behind the dish. Davies comes set, 0-1. That one misses just low, ankle high. And the runner at first getting a little antsy over there, so Davies may be able to catch him leaning the wrong way. And that one's piped up the middle. Klaus may have had an opportunity to dive for it, but I think the ball got on him a little quicker than he imagined, and it's going to go to the outfield for a single. So runners on first and second with 2 down. Bottineau up to 7 hits now here. We're in the top of the 5th. Bottineau leading this one 6-2 on KBMW News Live YouTube. Home for Wildcat baseball all season long. We'll cover all the home games, and we'll be pulling radio feeds on B92.7 for all the away games that have one. We'll also be covering region playoffs once the Cats get there. So we should be coming in just over 10 Wildcat baseball games for you this year. And if things go right, we're hoping to stream the Wildcat region baseball games on YouTube in St. Cloud at the tail end of the season. 1-0 pitch. Davies nips the inner half. 1-1. Davies pitching to the designated hitter Moreno in the 7 spot. Moreno flares that one out to right field. Galloping over to make the catch is Almaris, and that does it. 1 run for Dakota College at Bottineau as NDSCS not out of this one yet. 6-2 is the score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cats up 1-0 in this weekend series, a 4-game series that will continue into tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th inning as the Wildcats trying to come alive. 2 runs in the first. They've been quiet for the last 3 innings on B92.7 FM.
Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career, Comdell Innovation is here. Comdell is looking to hire machinists and tool fabrication technicians. Head to comdellinnovation.com and click Job Opportunities to apply. That's Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, wishing the best of luck to students and coaches in tonight's game.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game.
Back in Casselton, it is the bottom of the 5th inning. NDSCS trying to dig themselves out of a 6-2 hole against Mon-Dak rival Bottineau. The Cats took game 1 10-7. The Jacks trying to persevere here for a split in day 1 of a 2-day doubleheader that continues tomorrow at noon. Heading back out to the mound for Bottineau is Davis. He shook off a 2-run first inning. He's been lights out since. He's allowed 3 hits and 3 walks, struck out 4. He's in line for the win here if NDSCS can't get things going. First pitch is down in the dirt. And it looks like Wrigley Gunderson has checked in at the plate. Stanley Belaski, excuse me. So Stanley Belaski still occupying the 9 hole here. He's up 1-0 in the count. As the second pitch buckles him at the knees, 1-1. Belaski's had a pretty good day defensively at third base and a couple RBIs in the opener today. 1-1, Davies to Belaski. Curveball that was probably caught in the strike zone, but it must have bent over the top of the belt. And the count is 2-1. Belaski catches a break there. And the 2-1 right at the bottom of the kneecaps, 2-2. As Davis has found a rhythm on the hill. Looking for his 5th K of the ball game. Belaski trying to throw a wrench in those plans and get NDSCS back on track. He'll saw it off to the shortstop. Wilcox fields it deep in the hole. Sidearm throw gets Belaski by a few steps. 1 down. So plenty of contact from the Cats in here, just nothing to write home about. They haven't been able to shoot the gaps in game 2 against Davis.
Center fielder, Tori Ulick.
And here's the guy to get him going in the leadoff spot, Tori Ulick. They've been picking and choosing what to give him. And he's just saying, hey, man, let me hit something. And we'll see if he gets a better selection in this AB. He squares to bunt on the first pitch. It crosses at the letters for ball 1. And Ulick, a great bunter. Once again, the third baseman here for Bottineau, playing about 15 feet off the bag. He is playing up, but if you can get a bunt down that line, you're safe. Ulick takes a breaker down low, and he's into a hitter's count at 2-0. We've seen with that wind blowing out to right field, the flags on the Central Cass scoreboard still blowing out that way. And that's the power alley for Ulick, who has 3 doubles on the season. Third pitch of the AB, climbs the ladder. It's a 3-0 count. Trailing by 4 runs here, you're probably going to get a stop sign if you're Tori Ulick. Ulick bat on the shoulder. We'll see if it stays there. 3-0. That one on the outer half, strike 1. Ulick likely looking for 1 pitch and 1 pitch only here with a 3-1 count. Favorable spot for the NDSCS sophomore. And he rips that one to second base, and what a catch. That looked like a surefire single to right center field, but the second baseman leaves his feet and steals an out for DCB. What a catch by Lassen. It sounded like it was going to go to the outfield, but yeah, it did kind of die off at the end, like he might not have gotten the complete barrel on the ball. Took just enough off of it for Lassen to jump up and get an out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. The NDSCS offense has kind of dried up as the afternoon has waned on. Breaking ball in for strike 1 to Mason Almaris. Almaris so far in this second game is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. NDSCS trails 6-2. Almaris watches that one skip off the turf, 1-1. Almaris, the righty, just trying to extend the inning here and give the Cats a chance to climb back into it. That one gets away from the catcher, 2-1. And Davis has had the recipe to avoid hard contact today, even when it looks like the Cats barrel it. Not a whole lot of exit velo on these balls. In contrast, Bottineau has blasted 3 homers. 2-1 to Almaris. That one is hit hard, left center gap. Again, not as hard as I initially thought, as it completely dies, drops out of the sky for an out, and NDSCS will leave empty-handed in the bottom of the 5th. 6-2 Bottineau as we head to the 6th. Final 2 innings. It is crunch time here in a Mon-Dak Conference doubleheader. The Wildcats took game 1. The Jacks, they have control here in the second half of the matinee. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 and streaming this one live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Quarter Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Quarter Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Top of the 6th inning starts off with a ball to the DH Ramirez. Excuse me, the third baseman Ramirez. He's going to start and stop his swing and take ball 2 on the outer half. As Davies falls behind. Davies, a scoreless inning last time out, 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts. And the 2-0. Brushes him off the plate. It's 3-0. Just 1 error each for these squads today in Game 2. Bottineau up 6-2. 3-0 on the way. And Davies apparently didn't catch the plate on that one. 4-pitch walk.
Left fielder, McLeod Sell.
That's going to bring up McLeod Sell. The left fielder. 1 runner on, nobody out. Cats got to get out of this one unscathed. Down to their final 6 outs. He shows bunt. He offers. Strike 1. So twice today we've seen Bottineau put the bunt on and not be able to get barrel on it. Here in the 9 spot in the order, we'll see if they don't put it on once again. Sell well square. He pulls back. That one right down the middle of the plate, but it must have been elevated. It is 2-1. That's always tough on a pitcher because the batter's crouching down to bunt. When he stands up, sometimes it looks like that pitch is at the belt. And he'll square around to bunt again. He'll pull it back. And that time Crow doesn't do his pitcher any favors. They won't get the strike call as Crow can't handle it. 2-1 count here as the 9-hitter showing bunt all the way, and he'll do it again. This time he bunts it foul, 2-2. Best thing that could have happened here is Davies can now try to hunker down and pick up a strikeout and put the double play in effect. Two-two count. Davies comes set. Quick look at first. He'll go home. 2-2 pitch. Hits the batter. Cardinals sin. Do not hit a batter with 2 strikes on him. But that's what happens there. And Bottineau starts the inning off. Nobody down. Runners on first and second. And now we're back to the top of the Jacks order with Say, who's 1 for 2 with a home run. 2 runs. Nobody out. Possible bunt situation with the lefty, and he is going to square around and push it hard to third. Nice play, but we have 2 people at first base and the first baseman off the bag. I don't think it would have made a difference. Say runs well, and for a guy who bunted that ball a little bit harder than you typically want, he got down the line in plenty of time. Bunt single, loads the bases with nobody out. That brings up another home run hitter in Wilcox. Davies comes set. Bases loaded. Wilcox takes a big hack at the first pitch, fouls it down the right field line. Corners in, middle, back. And with how quiet the NDSCS offense is, a little bit surprising here. But with a dangerous hitter like Wilcox, you kind of got to cover all the bases here and stay put at short and second. Freezes on a curveball, and he's down 0-2. Licking his chops after he just missed that fastball on pitch 1. Got fooled by the breaker, and he's down 0-2. Davies comes set, 0-2 on the way. Inside fastball hammered to left. Drifting back over the head of the left fielder. Ground rule double. Is going to score 2 more runs. So Wilcox, just a monstrous day at the dish. Adds a ground rule double to his homer. And Dakota College at Bottineau is in control, 8-2 in the top of the 6th.
First baseman Dalton Van Gordon.
That'll bring up Dalton Van Gordon as Davies, who looked rather invincible in his first inning, getting hit around a little bit here in the second. 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. Van Gordon steps to the plate, takes a fastball on the outer half, and ever since he hit that home run in the first inning to start the game, they have fed him a steady diet of low and outside heat. He hasn't been able to do much with it. 0-1. That one's low. Squirts away from Crow, but doesn't get too far. It's 1-1. Davies, his pace has slowed up quite a bit on the mound here in his second inning out. As Davies leaves a fastball outside, 2-1. They've got room for Van Gordon at first base, but Plett, who hit a home run, is on deck. Fastball misses on the inner half. It's 3-1. As Davies still looking for the first out of the 6th inning, Wildcats trail Bottineau 8-2. And he'll miss on the outer half. So a 5-pitch walk here to Van Gordon will bring up Plett, who's 1 for 3 with a home run, 3 RBIs. And NDSCS is going to start warming up. Cooper Klosterman, it looks like. So Cooper Klosterman will head to the pen. The Wahpeton Post 20 alum will head to the bullpen with his catcher, his Legion catcher, Skylar Blado. So Davies, for now, will stay out there with the bases loaded, nobody out. Fires a first pitch strike to Plett. Davies comes set, 0-1. Bases juiced. That one fouled off over the Cats' dugout, 0-2. Davies just trying to grab the first out of the inning with forces everywhere. That would put the double play on. Right now, NDSCS on their heels, trailing by 6. NDSCS has not scored since they took a 2-1 lead in the opening inning. 0-2 from Davies. Just does catch a piece of the bat there for a foul ball. Davies nearly got his third K, but spoiled by Plett. Good job protecting the plate there by Plett. He'll get another opportunity. First base on the grass. Belaski at third, also stepping up. That one flared out to right into the bullpen. Skylar Blado, the NDSCS catcher, will grab it, hang on to it. So we're still stranded here at 0-2. Bases loaded for Dakota College at Bottineau. Jack Davies running into trouble. That one is hit to right field. It's going to carry a bit. Almaris will get behind it. A sacrifice fly will score another run. Good work by Plett. Runner tags from second to third. The other runner stays parked at first. So runners on the corner, 9-2. DCB. NDSCS finally gets an out in the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Holstrup. Holmstrup in this game 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, so a great opportunity here for Davies to make it a trio of strikeouts. Davies delivers a nice looking fastball on the outer half, but he just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 hit towards second base. Diving play off the tip of the webbing into the outfield. RBI single. Another run for Bottineau, and that is unfortunate because Albright tripped. He was able to put his hand down and stay on his feet, but it delayed his dive by a split second. Goes off his glove for a single. 10-2 Bottineau. So the Jacks showing a little bit of moxie here after they blew a 5-run lead in the first game. Getting down to business here. 10 hits, 10 runs. They've held the Cats to 3 hits. And they are in the driver's seat. Still 1 out, top of the 6th. Davies delivers. Fastball for a strike on the outer half. Stepping into the batter's box is number 2, Lassen. As we're getting towards the bottom of the order here for Bottineau, who's begun batting around. 0-1, fall tip. Back into the catcher, Crow. 0-2. So Davies has had a couple 0-2 counts that he hasn't been able to finish off. We'll see if he can right the ship here. Runners on first and second. Just downstairs, 1-2. Bottineau has not chased many pitches today. And that one is hit to third. Stanley Belaski diving play, tags the runner. No time to throw to first. But what a nice play, full extension, and the awareness to know that the runner is right in his path. Tags him out for the second out of the inning. Runners trade places at first and second. And 2 down in the inning. Pitch fouled into the fans standing down the third baseline. It just gets out of play. Good chase there by the NDSCS first baseman, Lave. 0-1. I believe there's 2 outs in the inning. Okay. So Davies is trying to get out of here while NDSCS is warming up another pitcher in the bullpen. So Klosterman warmed up. They got another arm out there as that one is dribbled up the middle. Nice play by Klaus. Short range skip to second base. And that's going to do it for the inning. 4 more runs for the Jacks. 10-2. They're piling it on NDSCS here. Looking for the split as these teams will play again tomorrow. 2 more games beginning at noon. We'll see who the Wildcats turn to in the bullpen. But first, They're going to try to score their first runs since they took 2 in the opening inning. Bottom of the 6th, Bottineau 10, NDSCS 2 on B92.7.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721.
Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career, Comdell Innovation is here. Comdell is looking to hire machinists and tool fabrication technicians. Head to ComdellInnovation.com and click Job Opportunities to apply. That's Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, wishing the best of luck to students and coaches in tonight's game.
Ben Klaus will lead off the bottom of the 6th for NDSCS. Just trying to stop the bleeding here as Dakota College at Bottineau has figured something out at the plate. 10 hits in this one. They lead 10-2. Klaus steps up in the 3-hole. Klaus gets a hold of that one, and a diving attempt in left field pops out of the glove. That one got on the left fielder pretty quick. I'm not sure he had to dive for that. He might have been able to make a basket catch just running, but he dove and just kind of had to protect his teeth as it popped out of his glove. So a hard hit single there from Ben Klaus to start the inning. Pops out of the glove of Sell. So Fields will bat in the cleanup spot. Fields pretty quiet today, 0 for 2 in this one with a strikeout. Waiting in the wings is Ryan Lave. He's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He's accounted for the Cats' only runs today in this game. Big lead at first for Klaus as a breaking ball can't find its way into the zone. Leaves it upstairs 1-0. Fields looking for his first hit here as NDSCS, just trying to get some momentum to carry into the second doubleheader tomorrow starting at noon. Off-speed pitch inside, 2-1. Thought about it. Able to hold up. 2-0, excuse me. Back out there is Davis. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Just those 2 runs in the opening inning. As that one is laced through the hole between short and third. Neither defender even took a step. A hot shot for a single. Back-to-back hits for the Cats. A little life here for NDSCS. We've seen crazier things happen in Mon-Dak baseball. Not exactly the pitchers' conference. And they've seen Davis several times now. This might be the inning they can crack through. This brings up Ryan Lave, trying to add on to that 2 RBI total in this game. Lave's going to ask for time. Step out of the box. Back in and ready to go with 2 runners on. It's Ryan Lave. Lave swings at the first pitch, fouls it behind him, 0-1. NDSCS 10 runs in the first game, Bottineau 10 runs in the second game. Is a long sweeper. It stayed in the air forever. Lands in the other batter's box, and it evens the count at 1-1. Davis losing a little bit of his mojo here in the 6th inning. Davis comes set in the stretch. Glove rest belt high. He'll fire. 3-quarter delivery, skips it into the catcher. Runners can't advance. It's ball 2. And one would think we'd be getting eerily close to a pitching change for Bottineau. If you're NDSCS, you want to keep Davis out there for as long as you can now that you're cracking through. 2-1. He'll spin and throw to second base. Nobody covers. He'll just throw it to the shortstop. And we'll regroup. And here comes the catcher to talk to him as they've got activity in the bullpen. Looks like they're just continuing to warm up. So they will make no change now, but they'll buy themselves some time and hope that Davis can put an out on the board here. Runners on first and second. He's behind in the count 2-1 to the dangerous Ryan Lave. Entered today's doubleheader with 14 RBIs. Lave barrels the low fastball into left. They're going to wave the runner around, and there's going to be no play at the plate. You don't really need that run, but it pays off anyways as Klaus comes around, head first slide, gets dirty, and the Cats score for the first time since the first inning. It's 10-3, nobody down, and that's got to be the end of the line for Davis, one would think. And it's not, as Davis will come back, or he'll stay out there to face another hitter. 10-3. Davis running into a buzzsaw here in the 6th inning. And the Cats show bunt. Pitch is well outside, 1-0. Albright up. He is 1 for 2. Cats up to 6 hits. They've doubled their total entering the inning. Back-to-back-to-back singles for NDSCS. And that one bounces off the turf, 2-0. Great opportunity for Albright as they most likely won't make a pitching change in the middle of the AB. He has a hitter's count at 2-0, nobody out. 2 ducks on the pond for the Wildcats. That one inside, nearly hits him in the foot. 3-0 count. A chance to load the bases here for Dawson Crow. Dawson Crow 0 for 2. He has been caught chasing some pitches well outside the zone. He's on deck next. But the thing is, he packs a punch with his bat. And NDSCS needs runs in bunches. 3-0 pitch, off the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out, as NDSCS is in the early stages of what could be a pivotal rally here. Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. We'll take a break on B92.7. The Cats, they've already scored 1 in the 6th. Back-to-back-to-back singles followed by a walk. And NDSCS and head coach Jack Junker are in business on B92.7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Bottom of the 6th inning. DCB 10, NDSCS 3.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Quarter Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Quarter Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
We're getting ready to come back as NDSCS knocks Davis out of the ball game. Davis was sparkling heading into the 6th inning. He had just allowed 2 runs. He allows 1 more, but he leaves the bases loaded, and now we have a lefty in wearing number 6 that doesn't coincide with the roster, so our apologies. We do not know what his name is because number 6 on the roster is a righty. So if I get it updated here on the box score on my phone, I'll let you know, but for now it's a mystery. But NDSCS doesn't really care what his name is. They need to put some runs across the board. And Crow takes a cut at the first pitch, a chopper to the shortstop. He'll flip to second base for 1. Crow, who does not run that well, able to leg it out. And that's another NDSCS run. 10-4 on the fielder's choice RBI for Dawson Crow. 1 pitch, 1 out for the relief man. Man of mystery here. Still no update here on the game changer. But Davis goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. And that's going to be his 4th earned run that crosses the plate. So Heen will step to the plate. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Cats have pushed 2 across here in the 6th, but they still trail 10-4. First pitch outside. Lefty on lefty here. Interesting choice. We've got some pinch hitters available, but they're going to stick with the lefty on lefty. They must like what they're seeing out of Heen and BP. As Heen goes for the bunt, and he fouls it all the way over the backstop. I believe the count is 1-1. So lefty on lefty crime here. Heen trying to extend this rally. It's 10-4. He'll take a breaking ball inside. NDSCS will steal second. No throw. And my eyes can't tell me, but I wonder if that's Gunderson who stole that base. Wrigley Gunderson checks in as a courtesy runner and promptly steals second. 2-1 count. The lefty Heen fouls it off. Still no update on the game changer as far as the relief pitcher for Bottineau. NDSCS might be confused as to his identity as well. 2-2, 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, bottom of the 6th. Cats trying to pull something together here. And Heen watches a curveball go right down the heart of the plate for strike 3. That's one of those 2-strike situations where you're kind of guessing on what the pitch is going to be. You get a curveball that just hangs down the middle, and you're just not ready for it. 2 outs now. That brings up Belaski. 2 more runs on base that NDSCS direly needs, trailing 10-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Belaski 0 for 1 with a walk so far in Game 2. Belaski, he's going to need to step out here. As the pitcher's taking entirely too much time for his liking, he'll call for time. Big spot for Stanley Belaski in the 9-hole. Big cut. Swings right through the pitch. 0-1. Pulaski in an RBI spot here with the Cats trailing big. Game 2 in Casselton. Fastball sails high and away. 1-1. Pulaski in the right-hand batter's box. Readies for the 1-1. He takes a fastball off the plate. Jack's catcher tries to pull the glove back in. Can't fool the crew chief. That's a ball, 2-1. So Pulaski up in the count here. They've got room for him at first, but Tori Ulick waiting on deck. As Pulaski can't reach an outside fastball, it's 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. NDSCS has scored twice in the 6th, trailing 10-4. Pulaski, who had a pair of RBIs in the first game, still looking for one in this game. Pulaski ropes that one past the shortstop. It's going to score one. They're going to hold up the second runner at third base as they need a whole bevy of runs. No reason to run into an out. But suddenly it's 10-5 as NDSCS has come alive here in the 6th inning. 3 runs.
Center fielder, Tori Ulick.
And that brings up just a business-like hitter in Tori Ulick, who seems to always make the right choices at the plate. As NDSCS gets to the top of the order here, runner on first and third. Pitch outside. We saw this in the first game when they avoided Ulick, intentionally walked him, and Mason Almaris made them pay with a 2 RBI single. And we'll see if they take note to that, or if they go right at Ulick and try to stop this rally in its tracks. Ulick with a 1-0 count, runners on the corners. Pitch misses inside, Ulick up 2-0. Ulick had a nice looking swing last AB, but he just didn't get enough barrel. The second baseman made a leaping catch. 2-0 to Ulick. Going to step off the rubber and throw to first base. But again, the runner is going to be very cautious here because NDSCS needs 5, so no reason to get greedy on the base paths. To Ulick. And that one is about letter high, and it's going to get called for a strike. So Ulick, bad break there for the leadoff man. Also a pitch you'd like to see Ulick unleash on a little bit. It might not be a strike, but that's the ball you can let fly. 2-1 to Ulick, turns on an inside fastball and just ropes it foul down the first base line. So the lefty pitcher gets the lefty Heen, and he is now identified in the Game Changer app as number 6. So we haven't got any closer to figuring out who he is. But he's added a couple earned runs to his teammate Davis' line in this inning. As Ulick takes that one up high, a bit lower than the other strike, but it's going to be 3-2 as the Wildcats alertly take second base. So runners on second and third, payoff pitch to Tori Ulick. NDSCS rallying with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the 3-2, and Ulick fights it off over to the first base coach, foul territory. So an anticlimactic payoff pitch, and we'll run it back here. Lefty on lefty, number 6, taking on Tori Ulick. Ulick, a long stare down, and here comes the payoff. Inside, and Ulick walks, and it brings up Mr. Clutch, Mason Almaris, who made a name for himself in these situations in Legion Ball. Wahpeton knows it best. Although Post 20 got Kindred back-to-back seasons in the state championship, Almaris was the kryptonite for Post 20, and he's hoping to be the same thing today against the Jacks. 10-5, NDSCS can plate 2 more runs with a single. A long inning here has taken us past the 5:30 mark in Game 2 of this doubleheader. First pitch to Almaris misses upstairs, nowhere to put him. 2 in the first for the Cats, a long stall, and they've answered with 3 now in the 6th. One 0 to Almaris. Off the end of the bat, fouled, 1-1. Almaris almost exclusively a singles hitter. That'll do the trick here and just keep the lineup going. 10-5 Bottineau. 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. NDSCS trying to get within striking distance. And the pitcher steps off the rubber. Doesn't do anything, but he steps off the rubber, takes a look at second base. We'll reset here, 1-1. Lefty pitcher to the righty Almaris. Skips that one in the dirt. It's going to get away from the catcher, but it bounces off the umpire and kind of stays right there. Not sure it would have went far enough for NDSCS to score anyways. But Almaris has a 2-1 count to work with here. Long look to home plate. We come set. 2-1 on the way to Almaris. And he hits that one, gets underneath it. It is in the gap. Center fielder and right fielder racing over, and the center fielder catches it on the warning track. 5 or 6 feet away from being a home run. And boy, did that ball carry. That's going to suck the wind out of the sails of that NDSCS rally, but they do plate 3. 10-5 as Almaris flies out to the warning track with the bases loaded to end the bottom of the 6th. NDSCS down to their last 3 outs here. After winning the opener, Bottineau is trying to bounce back, entering the split. We'll be back in about 60 seconds on B92.7, heading to the 7th. KBMW News Live YouTube.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
We'll start the top half of the 7th with the third baseman Ramirez. NDSCS scratches 3 runs across in the bottom of the 6th, but Almaris just misses a grand slam to the warning track for out number 3. And the Wildcats are going to have to try to do it all again in the bottom of the 7th, but first, they got to hold this potent Jacks lineup, who has jacked 3 home runs today. As Ramirez takes strike 1, takes what might have been strike 2 if the catcher could have caught it. And I mean, more times than not, you're just not going to get that call if you can't hang on. Off the end cap, rolled down the first baseline foul, and we have a 1-2 count. So the Wildcats showing some good resiliency in both games, coming back to win the opener, and now in this one, getting themselves closer. And we get a strikeout to start the inning for NDSCS, so good start for the Wildcats. As Davies back out there. Lots of activity in the bullpen. This is the third pitcher I see down there warming up for NDSCS, but they're going to go with Davies, who got roughed up for 4 runs in his second inning of work. Scoreless first inning. His second inning, he got tagged for 4, and now he starts off his third inning with a strikeout and an 0-2 count. The second batter he sees. It is the 9-man, Sell. And Sell swing and a foul tip, I believe, gloved by Dawson Crowe. So back-to-back punch-outs for Davies, and he's strutting around the mound with a little bit of confidence. NDSCS, who just had a big offensive inning, 1 out away from getting back out there. Back to the top of the order, it is C. Or Say. Strike one from Davies as he's back to his form, the way he started the game, looking quite good. 0-1, that one hit opposite field, and that spoils his 1-2-3 inning. It is a single at the top of the order. And that'll bring up Caden Wilcox, 2 for 3 with a trio of RBIs, 2 runs scored and a walk. And Say is now 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. So those two have accounted for half of the Bottineau runs. 10-5 here in the top of the 7th. Good looking fastball, just misses the outer half. Right idea there by Davies. We'll see if he goes back to it. He goes to the inner half. Chopper over to Blasky. Hip high glove. Fires it a high throw to first base for the out. So one man reaches on a single, but Davies makes quick work of the Jacks and the Cats. They got to score 5 to force extras, 6 to walk it off. We'll see what happens when we come back on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the Wildcats inch a bit closer with 3 runs last inning, and then they hold DCB scoreless in the top half. So it's a 10-5 deficit. Wildcats down to their last 3 outs, and Dakota College at Bottineau will beckon in Lassen in a non-save situation. He'll take the hill here. He will relieve number 6, the player whose name we never figured out. So Lassen on the hill here, trying to nail down the win for Bottineau and trying to escape today with a split after the Cats won Game 1 10-7. I think they're going to talk to him about the arm sleeve. It's got a little bit of white on it. See if he'll turn it inside out. No, he'll just lose it. And I don't know what the rule is on that. I thought it had to be a jersey color or black, but looks like there's a white lightning bolt on there. He'll just throw it over to his teammate, and we'll get underway here. No arm sleeve, no problem for Lassen. NDSCS, base runners, that's what they need. Trailing 10-5, bottom of the 7. First pitch is in the dirt. You figure the Cats will be pretty choosy here early on in the counts. And it's Ben Klaus at the plate. Klaus tries to duck a fastball on the second pitch, but it just does catch the belt, and it's 1-1. Lassen comes set, working out of the stretch. Start of the bottom 7th. Curveball stays up by the eyeballs, and it's 2-1. So Lassen falls behind to the first batter he sees. NDSCS would love a couple walks to start the inning. Lassen, leg kick, pitch. Klaus flares it out to right field. It is dying, but it is right on the right fielder. Hit hard, but it was an atom ball for the first out of the inning to Plett.
Designated hitter, Skylar Fields.
The uphill battle just got a little tougher for the Wildcats. 1 down, nobody on, trailing by 5. So Lassen needs 3 pitches to retire the 3-hitter Klaus. He will now face the cleanup man, Skylar Fields. Skylar Fields in this one 1 for 3 with a run scored and a strikeout as he takes ball 1. Fields will be followed by Ryan Lave, and Griffin Albright is waiting in the hole. Lave 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies. Albright 1 for 2. And the 0-1 softly dribbled down the first baseline, luckily for Fields. It keeps spinning foul. At John Randall Field, that might have hit one of those potholes and kicked back fair for out number 2, but not here on the turf surface at Casselton. 1-1 count. Lassen comes set. Delivery. Breaking ball just at the top half of the belt for a strike. And Fields can't be choosy here between fastball and off speed. He's got to go. It's 1-2. Fastball dives into the dirt, 2-2. DCB 2 outs away here from earning the split with NDSCS on day 1 of a weekend Mon-Dak matchup. And Fields spits on an outside pitch, and he'll live to see another one. 3-2. And with the ball carrying to right, not quite as much as it was earlier in the game as Almaris' potential grand slam died at the track. It's still blowing out that way, so a couple base runners could make things interesting here. As Fields chops it down the third base line, backhanded in foul territory, strong throw over to first base, and a stretch. Wow. Nice play by the first baseman and the third baseman. But how about that stretch at first base? Throw from Ramirez in foul territory, and the first baseman, Van Gordon, falls over but keeps his foot on the base for out number 2. So the Wildcats down to their last out, and they're going to discuss it with the home plate ump. And I'm pretty sure he kept his foot on the base. You know, you only need it there for a millisecond. It's used to play softball with 6'8" Dan Bogenreef, and he would stretch out, keep his foot on for like 3 seconds, and then he would fall off the base. And they would call the guy safe. And we just got conflicting calls from the umpires. But it was just the incorrect signal. So the runner's out. Cats got a little excited as first base umpire signaled safe, but it was just a mistake. So the call stands. Been there, done that. It happens. Two outs. The Cats are going to have to work one pitch at a time. 5-run deficit down to their final out. Ryan Lave at the plate. He takes a fastball down the heart, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Lave. That was a little bit of a breaker that worked its way out of the zone, 1-1. Lassen taking his time here. Comes set in the stretch. Glove rests at his belly. He throws, and it is drilled up the center. Center fielder moves to his left and makes a catch on the line drive. So some hard contact in the final 2 innings for the Cats, but they came off that life support a little too late, and they're going to lose Game 2 10-5 to Dakota College at Bottineau. Cats take Game 1 10-7, lose Game 2 10-5. We're 1-1 heading into Day 2 of doubleheader action tomorrow. That starts at noon. We'll be right back with your post-game show. We'll talk about your player of the game and your play of the game in about 90 seconds on B92.7 FM.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to B92.7. That's a Saturday wrap on doubleheader action in the Mon-Dak Conference. NDSCS takes Game 1 10-7. The Bottineaus even the weekend series of 4 games with a 10-5 victory in Game 2. And it wasn't a big game from the Cats' bats in this one. They scored 2 in the first, 3 in the 6th. Too little, too late, as Dakota College of Bottineau rakes 11 hits. The Cats, they put up 7 hits, 5 of those in the final 2 innings. Let's take a look at your play of the game, and we're going to go with the Jacks in this one. Third baseman Ramirez with a backhand in foul territory in the 7th inning. Fired it across the diamond, and his first baseman Van Gordon made a beautiful stretch, fell down onto his back, but able to keep his foot on the base, and that ended any chance of a Wildcat comeback in the 7th. That's your play of the game. And for your players of the game, let's go with the center fielder from Bottineau, Say. 3 for 4. What do you say? 3 runs, a home run, and an RBI. That's how you set the table. Co-player of the game for the Jacks, Wilcox, the shortstop, right behind Say in the order. He went 2 for 4 with a homer and 3 ribbies in the 2 spot. And for NDSCS, Ben Klaus with 2 hits in 4 at-bats with 2 runs, and Ryan Lave 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. He drove in 3 of the 5 runs in Game 2 for the Cats. So Wildcats back at it tomorrow against the Jacks. Noon is when that doubleheader starts. Thanks for tuning in on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube. We'll have all your Cats home games this year and a couple radio feeds from the away games. And once we get to postseason baseball later in the spring, we'll be following the Wildcats to St. Cloud when they take on their region opponents. One more time, from Casselton, 10-7, Cats win Game 1. 10-5, Jacks win Game 2. We're all even going into tomorrow's doubleheader in Mon-Dak Conference play. I'm Robert Wanek. Have a nice finish to your weekend, folks. It is beautiful out there, finally. And next weekend, we should have baseball in Wahpeton at John Randall Field. Thanks for tuning in to B92.7, where the B stands for baseball.
Game on in and Travelodge by Wyndham, Cargill, Bell Bank, Red River Valley and Western Railroad, City Brew Hall, Corner Drug, Smith Motors, Bremer Bank, Comdell Innovations, and McGough Construction. Make sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to check out the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. on the Voice of the Valley. Thanks for listening.
B92.7